What's up everyone, Squirt here, and I'm going to show you all how I shade and do shadows. Okay, so first off you see a picture of my persona, Squirt. This is just a quick little picture, and I'm going to show you how I shade and how I do the shadows. Okay, so first of all, I don't do this, but you know, it helps. First of all, you want to choose where your lighting is. If the sun is going to be over here, you're going to need most of your shadows to be over on this direction. If the sun is up top, you're going to need most of your shadows to be down at the bottom. If your sun is down at the bottom, then you're going to need light, whatever. Then the shadows are mostly going to be at the top. And if your light is over here, then most of the shadows are going to have to be over here. So I'm going to do this angle, where most of the shadows are over here, because I normally do that angle. Okay, first of all, Squirt, she is brown. Her main color is brown. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that brown and you're going to choose a really, really dark color for it. Like, darker than you normally would. Probably somewhere along down here. Now you're going to want to take the eraser on MS Paint, and you're going to right click on that dark brown, and then you're just, see, I don't have that down at the menu anymore, so I'm just going to take this little pick color icon and click on the brown that I have. So whenever I right click with the eraser, it won't go anywhere else but the brown. Since she has a lot of hair in her face, you're probably not going to need any of this to be shadowed. You're not probably going to need any of this to be lit. So first of all, I'm going to start with the ear. I do ears like this. You can do ears however you want to, but I usually do for the insides of their ears. You know, not all of it's shaded. So, you know, the sun, there you go. Now, okay, so I'm going to start off with the hair, because when hair is over your face, the shadows usually start from there and kind of curve in on your face. So I'm going to take this part right here, this is where her hair ends, and it's going to go over the eye, because normally over the eyes are shadowed, because of eyelids and such sort. Okay, so now, this is like my favorite part of shading. Normally what I do is I take it maybe about right here, and you kind of want to curve in the shadows into the mouth where the lips are, because that's how it normally is outside. So you're going to take it and you're going to kind of go by the lips. All of this back here, all of this is going to be shaded. All of it, except for a little bit, but you know, I'll go into that later. So yeah, and then with the lips, see how I have a little, I have like a little, you know, line right there? That is for the lips. So I'm going to leave that open, and then I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to kind of curve this in, curve it in towards the shoulder, because, you know, not any of this is going to be seen, because the sun is shining and all the shadows, since this is hidden behind the shoulder, so you're not going to need any of this. Alright, so we're just going to take that and we're just going to shadow everything in there. And you can, my eyebrows, I don't shadow in my eyebrows because I think it looks weird, but you know, you can do whatever you want. So all of that should be covered. Don't worry about, you know, that or anything, because I'm going to go in with a darker yellow later. Okay, so now that the head's done, might want to you can go in and fix some little stuff, because I've noticed that I don't really have everything shaded that I wanted to. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to move on to the shoulder. This one took me a while to figure out, but it's pretty easy. Normally with shadows, normally there's a lot of shadows and just a little bit of lighting. So I do that for my shadows. So with the shoulder, since the sun is right here and not much of the shoulder is light, I'm gonna maybe do it down here. I can fix that later because most of the time it doesn't turn out right, but you know. Just gonna take it about right down here and make sure you start from small and then get bigger and bigger and bigger right here where the sun is shining. And then I'm gonna curve that around towards the back of the arm right there. So it should look something like that. And the rest of this kind of took me a little while to learn too, but it should be pretty easy. So on a dog or a cat, you know they'll have their little behind the arm, their stomach part. So I add like a little, what's that called? I don't know, but you know, you get what I mean. Just a little one of those, just to show that it's showing under the arm. And I like to curve it around and kind of go on the back and go down the hind leg, because most of the sun is looking at the back of her. So you're going to want to show more of the back of the leg. You know, if the tail wasn't covering, you would want to show more of the back of the leg than the front of the body. So I'm probably going to have to change that with the shoulder, but oh well. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. And you see how, like I said, I'm probably going to have to change it. You see how goofy that looks right there? It doesn't look right because the shadows. So I'm just going to go in there and change that really quick. Because like I said, most of the sunlight probably isn't going to get that front part. And I'll have to go back and, add more shadows because I just, screwed up with that. But, and this back arm right here, I'm just going to shadow the whole thing. Just this whole entire thing. Because the sun's covering it. Oh my gosh. Because the whole body is covering that arm, so no light's going to be shown. Okay, so to the tail.